Welcome to my show, 5 Minute Flash Points with Tio Uncle VR. Public service announcement. This show is a race to get all my points in 5 minutes or less. So, with that said, let's go. Our subject today would be a review of New York Jets weekly news in a flash. All right, starting with point number 5. Our former number 2 overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, Zach Wilson, was traded to the Denver Broncos this offseason in April, and he made his first comment since that trade. Zach said, obviously, there's bittersweet moments in everything that I miss with those guys out there, but at the same time, a fresh start is good. He also mentioned that he was excited to attack a new challenge. Unfortunately, Zach did not play well for the New York Jets when given the opportunity, throwing 23 touchdowns compared to 25 interceptions in 34 games, and 33 of them were starts. I guess it's Sean Payton and the Denver Broncos hope that a change of scenery will help the young quarterback. I wish Zach well. On to point number 4. Nathaniel Hackett. According to an explosive report by SNY's Connor Hughes, the Jets' top brass made some legitimate attempts to go way above Hackett's job description in an attempt to better run the team's listing offensive operation. This was not as a new offensive coordinator, but a title above who would run the show, maybe like a VP of offensive coordination. In my opinion, Joe Douglas shoring up the offensive line, the wide receiver 2 position, will do wonders for the offense. But Aaron Rodgers coming back is the biggest component, as his experience is like having an offensive coordinator on the field. Maybe that VP position is already taken. Green 19, audible. On to point number 3. Allen Lazard. The hope was that Allen Lazard would establish himself as a number 2 receiver for the New York Jets, based on the 4-year, $44 million contract that he signed in 2023. Now, Aaron Rodgers going down 4 plays into the season may have been a deterrent to his productivity in 2023, but Lazard had one of the worst drop rates out of 96 wide receivers with at least 25 targets this season, according to Pro Football Focus. On to point number 2. Like every team in the NFL, the Jets are trying to figure out the best way to attack the new kickoff rule this season, so they took a flyer signing Tariq Cohen. Now, Cohen has missed the past 3 seasons dealing with some serious injuries, but was cleared and healthy and was seen immediately practicing in OTAs as soon as this past Wednesday afternoon. Now, Aaron Rodgers has some familiarity with Cohen, as he was an old NFC North rival with the Bears. A former All-Pro returner, Cohen has not played since 2020 when he played 3 games for the Bears. Is it worth a flyer? Well, we'll find out. And finally, point number 1, Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson, the Jets wide receiver, has gone over 1,000 yards receiving in each of his first 2 seasons. He has 178 receptions for 2,145 yards and 7 touchdowns, despite playing with 7 different quarterbacks in those 2 years. While this is very impressive, Garrett said his year 3 is only about one statistic, 7-10 for 2 years straight, and winning in this year number 3. On a good note, Garrett continued, we got to score points, and I'll have something to do with it. We'll all will, and I'm excited. He said his expectations are high again, and he believes the Jets can be a winner if we keep our key players healthy this year. Garrett has looked great with Aaron Rodgers in OTAs, And you can see the chemistry looking much better than it was last year when they first started getting to know each other. He said, "We both like talking football and we both get along really well. So we'll keep on building and that'll translate into great offensive production." That is great news for the upcoming season. All right, folks, this concludes my time. And as I sign off, have a great day. And always remember the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world that he didn't exist. And just like that, he was gone.